For affiliate marketing to be a success, we need some tools. Over the years, hundreds of tools and softwares have been created, and often they're expensive and confusing to learn. It doesn't have to be like that. In this video, I'm going to be introducing you to a range of exceptional free tools that I use on a daily basis, or fantastic free alternatives to the premium softwares that I do use. And if you stay to the very end of this video, I'm going to be discussing one of my favorite productivity tools that I use on a daily basis that is 100% free. And if you'd like to say hello, just jump down to the comments section and say where you're watching this video from. I would really be interested to know. So let's get started. So before we jump across to my computer and take a look at some of these fantastic tools that I use on a daily basis, I think it's really important to just make you aware that these tools are generally going to be as simple as possible, because that's what I'm all about, using things that are simple to use, simple to understand. As I mentioned right at the start of this video, there are hundreds and thousands of tools that have been created, and sometimes the learning curve and really the necessity of them is just so mind confusing that it kind of defeats the object of them. And within a few minutes or a few days or whatever, you're gonna give up because you're just not getting enough out of it. These tools, with the exception of one, and I'll explain it when I get to it, are really easy to use. They're really stripped down, and they're the tools that are great for beginners and newbies, but they're great for experienced. And the majority of these I'm using on a daily basis because of that. So let's jump across to the screen right now. Okay, so tool number one is CB Snooper. If you're doing affiliate marketing, the high probability is that you're going to be promoting products from ClickBank. But one of the problems I've always noticed with ClickBank is the way that the page and the offers are presented on their actual site when you're searching it and you're trying to find the information. And a lot of the numbers and the statistics, they're quite small. And you end up having to zoom into the page, and it's very confusing to compare and see what offers are doing really well. Okay, so CB Snooper is a free website at cbsnooper.com. You can sign up for it. It is free. You don't have to pay for it. But what it does is it just displays the offers in a different way. And you can see here that just looking on the left-hand side, we can look at things such as rising products. So this compares all of the products over the entire network and tells us which products are being promoted more heavily. Okay, so this is something called gravity, and essentially this is a data point that is taken from the amount of people that are promoting and getting success. So that's a really good indicator of a product that you would like to promote rather than a product that's getting no sales. Okay, so we can look at these and we can compare and contrast them with different products. Okay, and you can quickly see the gravity, and you compare it with the initial commissions, the average sales, the rebill prices, and we can look at this on lots of different products. Okay, so we can also go down to the categories and go through these and can really get an idea of what products are better to promote. Okay, so tool number two actually builds upon the first one in terms of research and deciding what to promote, and this is similar web, and we can use this to search different websites and get some more data. And obviously the more data that we have up here, it allows us to make better decisions. Okay, so if we click in here and we will start, I'm going to search for a very popular product on ClickBank, which is Ted's Woodworking, right? Right, there we go, Ted's Woodworking. then I can actually click on that website. I could have actually got the URL and pasted it into the site. I didn't. And what this does is it gives us a lot of data on the ranking, the amount of visits, the pages per visit. So this is a good indication that you can see that 2 pages are being visited per user, which would indicate that they're seeing the sales page and they're moving forward with the purchase, rather than just seeing the squeeze page, okay, which is really, really good, okay? So we can look at how the traffic is, how it's engaging. We can see the countries. You can see that this offer is predominantly being sent to United States, which makes sense, okay? And we can see some other factors, but we can also see, which is really, really handy, right? At the bottom of this page, you've got competitors and similar sites. And we can see what sites are perceived to be similar. And we can go to those sites and we can get more data. We can see what they're doing. Is it an alternative affiliate program on a different network? Is it got better commissions? Is it converting higher? Are they doing things slightly different? How are people promoting those products? And it's all comes in to give us more data, more information, more ideas to get better success. Tool number 3 is actually Bitly. So this is all about your affiliate link. So once you've got your affiliate link, you want to have some kind of tracking. Now, as I mentioned at the start, it's all about simplicity here. Simplicity is my middle name, and Bitly is simple. It is so simple, okay? Now, there are loads of other much more complicated versions of tracking, ones that are premium, that cost a lot, where Bitly is just straightforward. You put in your link into the site, you hit the button, and it gives you a shortened link that you can use, that you can send in emails and social media and whatever. And then it just tracks some very basic data points. How many people clicked on it? Where did they come from? Okay. And that just gives you the basics, really. There's nothing too complicated going on, and just allows you to know that what traffic that you're receiving, is it coming from the countries that you expected at the right time and the right amount, okay? Really, really simple, okay? So now we move across, okay, into the promotional aspect, okay? And we're talking about here IDPLR.com. Now this can be useful for promoting products, but also selling products, okay? Because with this website, you can sign up for it for free, and there's a database of lots of different products. So we're talking primarily here in ebooks, okay? Ebooks that we can use to give away, to build a list, or we can give these away to entice people to buy a product that we are going to actually earn a commission, okay? And these strategies work incredibly well because people like free stuff. You give someone for free, you give something to somebody for free, they're more likely to trust you and buy from you, okay? So by going to these websites, you can look at some of these products and you can click on them, and essentially you can download these and you can use them in combination with the rules and the licenses that are on the site, okay? So you can see here, can it be sold? Can it be used for personal use? Can it be used to build a list? Can you print it? Can you put your name on a sales letter? Can it be offered as a bonus? Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so you can download and use these, right? Some of the good things that come with some of these products is they also come with other bits and pieces that you can use other websites, okay? So you can see here, just click on it. There you go. You can get all of these different bits and pieces that can combine to give this product away to build your list, which of course is incredibly important in affiliate marketing. Okay, the next tool is an essential tool for any affiliate marketer who's serious about creating business and being able to create some actual money from your affiliate marketing, and that is an autoresponder. So an autoresponder is a service where when you collect email addresses, they go onto this system. It's like a database, And then you can use that system to then send emails to the lists that you collect, the emails that you collect. Okay. And you can set it up in a way by as soon as an email comes onto the list, you can automatically send them an email like a customer. So if you bought a product, you'd get your invoice, for example, your confirmation. You could set up the autoresponder the very same way. Somebody comes onto your list because they wanted one of those PLR books that you offered them for free, and then you can immediately send them an email with that guide. Okay, and then you can set it up so you can send them other emails in the future to promote products and services and trainings and whatever it is that you might be offering. Okay, so I use Aweber. I find it very, very easy. Again, as I said a moment ago, simplicity. And with Aweber, it's free to sign up, and it isn't until you get to 500 email addresses that you start paying for it. So it's kind of like it's a free trial for that period. But the thing is, once you get to 500, you'll be making so much money that you're covering these costs, and like 15 to 20 bucks a month. It's loose change. So it's a very good service to use. It's an important tool to have from the outset. So now we're actually moving across to the creation of graphics and other things like that. And really, there's no place to go other than Canva. Okay, Canva is free now. There is a pro version of it, but realistically, for I would say 99% of people, you're going to be able to use the free tool to create pretty much everything that you need. Okay, so you can see here that we can create so many different things. So we can actually click in here and search for something. If there's a specific thing that you're trying to create, a post or a logo or anything, you can just type it in there and you might find it. Okay, alternatively, you can search through. And you can see here I've clicked on social media, and there's pre-created all of the different sizes for an Instagram post, for a Facebook story, reels, ads. Okay, and I can click on one of these, and what's going to happen is on the left hand side, we're going to have all of these different templates. So just to show you something, right? So you can see on the left hand side, this one says Pro. So for that one, you will need the Pro membership, but you can see these other ones, they say free, okay, which is really, really cool, right? So just say this one, I can click on this. Once it's here on my on the canvas here, I can just click on here and I can edit anything I would like. I can change the colors relatively easily. I can do anything, okay? And I can also go through and click on elements and things that I might want, and again, I can just go through and change colors, and, I can put it there. I can put it in the center, and then I can click to send backwards till it's behind those three panels. And there you go. So it's a very easy tool. It's a tool that I use so often just to knock little graphics up really, really quickly, thumbnails for YouTube, social media stuff, other little images that I just want to share with other people and show them when I'm coming up with ideas, when I'm trying to be collaborative. It's a really, really tool instead of using some of the more expensive tools. Other tools that I've got loads of video editing tools. I've got Photoshop. I've got the membership for Photoshop, an Illustrator from Adobe that I pay on a monthly basis. I've got Procreate on the tablet, all these sorts of things that you're paying on a monthly basis. But Canva, honestly, I use it more than all of those tools. Okay, so there you go. Make sure you check out all of the templates for all of the different things. Golden. Okay, so continuing on from this idea of images and graphics that anyone can create, even with no expertise whatsoever. I showed you this with Canva, how easy it was. And I'm not saying that it's great, but the basics of just dragging and dropping things, clicking to change colors and text and whatever, very, very simple. But sometimes you need some excellent high quality images. Okay, and without grabbing the camera, going out and getting people to pose and finding some great locations, that's fine, but it's not always accessible. You don't always have the right people, the right locations. You can use the next tool, and this next tool is called Pexels. So it's like pixels, but with an E instead of an I. And you can see the best free stock photos, royalty-free images and videos shared by creators. So what's cool about this is you've got loads of aspiring photographers and brilliant photographers that are just creating images that they like for certain things. They're obviously trying to sell these in certain places, but they're also, they're giving away some of these photos. And this website is all about the freebies. If you look at here on top, license, what is allowed? Okay, we try to keep the Pexels license as simple as possible. All photos and videos are free. Attribution is not required. Giving credit to the photographer is not necessary. And you can modify these photos and videos as you like. So you can basically do anything you want with these photos. Right, so I'm not going to go into anything more difficult. I'm just going to scroll down this and just show you some of these photographs and like videos that you can use. They're just incredible. I mean, that's a fantastic photograph there. You think about how you could use that, for an ad, website, whatever. You've got fruit and veg and, people and different places all around the world. I'm sure you could type in cities and locations and countries, types of people doing different types of stuff, different elements, and vehicles and people, and it covers all different types of people in different places, because there are so many people that have contributed to this. And even look at that. I mean, that's a great photo. Look at this, we could go on forever, but it's really, really cool. And as I say, once you like it, you can click here and you can download it in a variety of different sizes. They're already really high quality and they're free to use. Okay. So again, moving upon from that even further. Okay. We've got two tools here that kind of do different things, but they're congruent with the image thing. Okay. And they're things that once upon a time, the average person wouldn't have been able to do. They would not have been able to do this because it required an element of skill. So the first thing is removing a background. Okay. So if you look at just these images here, you've got this person here in front of a brick wall, and you're able to remove that and then place it in different backgrounds. So that's in front of like, Big Ben or whatever it is, and then tropical things. So you can take people and things and put them in different ads. So going back, so we could get this photograph of this person here, and we can go back to this page and then paste that person in there. So it can be there without all that background. Okay, which can be really, really cool. Okay. So this website is Remove.bg. You just upload the image and press the button, and it literally does it within seconds without you really having to do anything. Now, sometimes, just say, for example, you might have someone with some really complex things going on. The background might be a bit complex, doesn't quite get it. You can go in and manually just move your mouse over it, and it will help it out. So, but most of the time it gets it right. I'm pretty sure I did this. I used it as an example for some of my thumbnails in the past. Okay, so it's a really good tool. So the next one, and this is something that I do use a lot of my images. Okay, so a lot of the time when you've got images, you try to upload them, and either it's going to take too long to load on a website, or some websites, when you upload images and logos and whatever, it wants them to be a certain size. Just say, for example, under 100 KB or whatever. Okay, and you've got a photo or a logo that you've designed, and it's like 3 megabytes. So it's like 30 times the size. You can go onto this site. Again, it's just you can just use the free version, and you can get this image. You get an image here, which is 1.5 megs, and then you can decide that you want it to be reduced in size. Okay. And the good thing about this site is that it reduces the file size, but its impact on the image visually is minimal. I mean, incredible. I mean, and as I say, I've used Photoshop for a long, long time. Okay. I originally learned it, and I think 1999, 98, I can't remember, one of those, just before, millennium time, right? So I've used Photoshop for a very long time. And sometimes I take images in Photoshop and I try to reduce them. And when I reduce the size, the quality goes mad. Okay, awful quality. Okay. So sometimes I end up just saving it, downloading it, and then going onto this website, which is reduceimages.com, dropping it in there, clicking the button, and the quality of the image stays almost the same visually for the purposes that I need it. Obviously, I'm not printing these out. I'm going to put them on a website. But it goes down from maybe 3 meg to like 100 meg, and that's 100K, sorry, and it's exactly what I need. Just a phenomenal little tool. Okay, so they are a number of tools that will help you out image in terms of image and design, even if you have no expertise, no skills in it. Anyone can do it. Okay, we're now moving on to something that's a little bit different. Okay, and we're talking about video. We're talking about video. Now, this is a video here. And to create this video, I'm using a piece of software called ScreenFlow on the Mac. This is a paid piece of software, but I use it because I like it and I've used it for a very long time and I know exactly how to do certain things without even thinking about it. So there's no reason for me to really change from it. And it's a couple of $100. Okay. However, an additional website which I still use for speed, simplicity is Vidyard. Vidyard, okay? And in Vidyard, you can create videos, okay, of your screen and your camera, your microphone, all that together, and it creates a page instantly. As soon as you've clicked done, uploads it to their servers, and you've got a link that you can share with people. Now, you can't edit that video, so it is what it is, but it's a great tool that I use to collaborate with other people when we're discussing campaigns and strategies, and we're trying to get feedback from certain things. It's a really, really good tool. And as I say, it's free, so you can create videos, they get uploaded. And as I say, as soon as you click stop recording, it takes like 30 seconds, it's online. It isn't like, just say with the video that I'm doing now, I'm recording it, and once I've clicked the button, it'll go on to ScreenFlow, and then I will spend, some time editing it, getting it ready. Then I'll click the button and click export, and then it will export for 20 minutes or so until it's ready, and then I will have to then upload that. This does everything really, really quickly. Now, if you then take Vidyard, the free one, you can upgrade and you can get it to go where you can actually download the videos, you can edit them a little bit better. But the free version is a fantastic tool. I was using a tool some years ago called Loom, which does exactly the same thing, but they've got a lot of limitations in terms of the amount of videos and how much you can upload and all this before you get before you have to pay. Vidyard doesn't have that. So hands up to those people. They're doing a great service, which, thank you. So continuing with the video theme in terms of free tools for affiliate marketing, as I said, there's not much editing ability for those types of videos, but sometimes you want to create videos. You want to be able to create great looking videos for social media, for YouTube, whatever. And as I say, I use a variety of different tools. As I say, I use that ScreenFlow. I also use Final Cut Pro. These are expensive tools that I use for the Mac. The fortunate thing is that there are free tools that are almost as good, and in some aspects they're actually better. Okay, and what I'm talking about here is Vinci Resolve. Okay, Vinci Resolve. This is free. Now, obviously, there is a paid version, but the free version is brilliant. And the amount of different tools it has in terms of editing your videos, what have you got? You can look, cut, edit, fusion, color. Most tools that are free are not going to give you anything in terms of color correction and be able to change those things, filters and all that sort of stuff. It's going to be very, very basic, cut and shoot, edit and export. Okay. This one has such an extensive amount of tools for being able to create great videos. It's kind of insane that it's free, really, to be honest. So what I would say is I would push you in the direction of checking out DaVinci Resolve if video creation is something that you thought, I can't do. You know, it's out of my wheelhouse, or I don't really want to. I don't want to spend money on expensive tools. Okay. Check out DaVinci Resolve. And like I always say, you know, this is not in the simple terms of what I've spoken about for most of those tools. It's a much more complex tool. There are things to learn. But I wanted to add it for completeness in terms of these free tools. So I think it's really important to have, you know, video as part of your arsenal in terms of your tools. And like anything, you know, I didn't mention this as a tool, but YouTube is a great tool to use because you can search tutorials for DaVinci Resolve. You can spend, you know, a couple of hours learning the basics and then go ahead and create a video yourself, okay, by looking at what people have shown you how to use it. Okay, so they're the free tools, right? But before we end, I just wanted to talk about one last tool that I use every single day for productivity that I don't think a lot of people know, unless you're really into the space and education and productivity itself. And that tool is Notion. Okay, so for the longest time, for filing my, you know, digital documents and ideas, concepts, campaigns, and everything that I was, you know, using, I would use a tool called Evernote. And essentially, it's kind of like a notebook online where, you know, you essentially have folders and you can just put these notes in folders. And then there's a search element, so I can search and say, oh yeah, I need to find the file on the free tools video for YouTube. And then I can find where I wrote all my notes, okay? Then a couple of years ago, I found this tool, which is called Notion. And what's great about Notion is it's 100 times better visually. So it does a similar sort of thing to Evernote, allowing you to create notes and organize them in folders. But the UI of Notion is set up so that you essentially kind of create a website. So if you look at this GIF that's like going, you know, you create the page and you've got all these, you know, these buttons and you can click through and you can see different pages and it's more visual. You can put images, you can create tables, and I forget what these are called. These let's see when it goes through. You know, so you can create tables, and so this is like, I used to use another software called Trello, which is cards. Okay, so you'd get these cards and you can move them around the page. You know, just say you could have one of these headlines, which is, you know, to do. Then the next one is in progress, and then complete, and you can move them across. And then when you click on them, you can add some more detail. So you've got the ability to create these types of sites, or these sites of notes within your ecosystem. Okay, so it's a really fantastic little tool. There's so many bits and pieces that you can add and create for yourself. And as I say, I have this set up for loads of things digitally. So in terms of the products that I'm working on, the videos that I need to create, you know, tracking different pieces of things that I need and have to in my life. It's a great tool, and I would recommend downloading it, checking it out. You may look at it and you may think this looks so complex and confusing. What I would say is watch a couple of videos on YouTube of people that are Notion experts and try to get an idea of how you can set up your own workspace, because otherwise things can get confusing. You can forget and you can lose track of what's going on. And that's a big problem, okay? Because, you know, your brain is only capable of really thinking up ideas and doing. It's not so good in remembering everything, okay? So having a workspace where you can specifically go in and organize, track, and plan things, that is an incredible tool to use. So Thanks for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Remember to jump down to the comment section and tell me where you're watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.